Hello everybody and welcome back. Today is another beginner's guide episode for Splatoon 3. Today we're talking about mindset. So, I'm not sure if you've noticed, but I've noticed in my life that a lot of times if I'm killed by the same thing over and over and over and over again, clash, I tend to get a little bit upset. And I usually end up thinking along the line of something like this. Oh man, that weapon is so easy to play, there's no skill involved at all. Well, it's not always true. And if you want to learn to be better, you have to really kind of dig into your weapon. And when you make a mistake, go back and find in the replays why you made that mistake and how you can fix it. Now, it's not always going to be super easy. It might be something that's super common for you, like, oh, you ran out of ink, or oh, you just weren't watching behind you. But that's where the replays really start to come in handy, because you can see, was it just that? Was this weapon just being super hard to beat, even though it has no skill required? Or is it just something that you need to work on? However, what I've noticed is that if I spend my time raging, I don't actually find out what it was that went wrong. It never improves. You never really get anywhere other than the rage. And when you rage, it makes other people not want to be around you. It just makes it super hard to play the game the way it was intended. It makes it hard to have fun, which is what the game is about. Something I particularly struggle with is the Clash Blaster. It just seems like it's meant to be a super easy weapon to pick up and be extremely good at, even if you've never played the game. Yet, once I go back and realize it, it's not just, oh, this thing kills in 2 shots, or, oh, I don't have to aim with this thing. You do. It's not the super easy to use. It actually has some skill involved, which is a lot of times where people start raging, is they think there's no skill involved with the weapon, and people are just using it because it's easy. Something I've started doing is, whenever there's a weapon that I feel like is super OP or broken or really easy to use, I go and look back and say, okay, let's see this from the other person's perspective. What are they doing? Because you really only see a person for like 5 seconds after they kill you. And I go back and use the weapon, and if it is, like, say, roller, which there is skill involved with roller, it's just easier to pick up than most people would appreciate, then, okay, it's easier to pick up. It's meant for newer players. But there are a lot of weapons where it seems like it's easier to use, but it's not so much. And everyone has their kind of niche as to what they're good at playing. For example, I really like the shooter class. I also really like the sloshers. But am I the greatest at them? No. There are plenty of people who make me look like, well, a noob. Something to try doing if you find yourself raging a lot, aside from trying out the weapon, is, again, use the replay feature, and if you find a person that's killing you a lot and you don't like it, and you find yourself, whatever, swearing, I don't know what you do. But if you find yourself doing that, then try going back and watching it and complementing that playstyle. For example, I've recently been trying to get into Clash Blaster, and it's worked pretty well for me. But I've also noticed that I'm not the greatest at it, and there are skills involved. It's not the cracked, oh, this is gonna be like so easy. If you've got one person like this on your team, then you're gonna win 100% of the time. But another mindset that is also kind of common is the, oh, my teammate is so bad at the game, or they're not doing their share of defense or offense or whatever. And then this is extremely common in ranked, especially for me. I'll be like talking to my other team even though I know they can't hear me. And just, if you find yourself yelling at the screen, you know you're in a bad mood, because there's nobody there to hear it except for you, and it really doesn't help you any at all. My final note is, don't take everything out on your teammates, even if you lose, even if it may have been their fault. Sometimes I have to put the controller down for whatever reason, but it just doesn't always revolve around the game. There is other life beyond the screen, so your players aren't obligated to stand there. They have lives outside of the screen, and sometimes that life needs to be addressed. My point is, before you go raging on your friends or whoever, just don't. It's not worth it. It's not going to help you. It's not going to help them. That's all for today, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know in the comments below what subject I should tackle next.